Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Video Truder, and welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms, where last time, after years of conflict on and off, I have finally settled matters with Sun Jian, for now at least. Because his Imperial seat belongs to me, and he works for me entirely. Now, he is 100% gonna rebel against me at some point, because he absolutely flipping despises me. As does my ally Lu Bu, but that's fine, Lu Bu turns on everyone, that's just sort of his thing. But for the time being, Sun Jian, as he's working for me, needs to attack Jianye. So those two are going to keep each other busy, and I suspect even when Sun Jian breaks away from me, Jianye's not going to be the forgiving sort. And with the situation up north looking nice and peaceful, that means we can now turn our full attention and fury down towards the massive but underdeveloped Kingdom of Wu. Even now, Kong Rong is on the move behind enemy lines. He's just going to march straight into the Kingdom of Wu territory. Kong Rang falling a bit behind. He was dealing with the Liu Bei situation, but that's now resolved. And despite the war, Liu Bei is still pretty positive towards us. We'll be able to resume non-aggression pact trade with him momentarily. In fact, actually, hang on. How much trade do I have going on right now? Ooh, only 6 routes. Right, okay, we need to fix that. Bafflingly, I'm not allowed to try and trade with Gonsun Du, despite the fact that, yeah, I'm right next to him and also he's got a trade port, so, not sure what's going on there, but Sun Jian, alright, you work for me. I know you hate me, but you also work for me, so go on this. Ooh, yeah, he really didn't want that to happen, did he? Hang on, I think there was someone who was down here who was, yes, hang on. The Kingdom of Ba. You may be 10 million miles away, but you've also got yourself access to the sea. Oh, they really hate me too. Fine, possibly I can't do any more trade. Okay, Liu Bei might be willing to, but we might be able to... hang on, why can't I... Ah! I can't give him food, because I've not got any food. Hang on, I can sort that out. Here we go, 400 gold up front. And food jumps to +3 because all of these buildings are going to be done. Marvellous. And up to 6-2 for another 400. Right, now I've got some food to trade to Liu Bei. Now you've got yourself a level 10 city right there. Possibly the only level 10 city in the world, you stupid bastard. So you have got to want this food. There we go. 5 food for 10 turns, grand up front, and some little tiny ancillary I'm not using right now. We get ourselves the trade deal we want, which also just slightly warms up our relationship, making it cheaper to buy a non-aggression pact down the line. So that's going to be very, very worth doing. Marvellous. And yeah, relationship's now trending upwards towards +62, so me and Liu Bei are going to be just fine. And go on, get a little bit more on the way of farming going up too, because food is looking... bit on the dicey side, actually. Let's just get a bit more food in as fast as possible. Yeah, I've slightly overinvested in cities without enough farms to support it. Still, things looking good for now, and if we're lucky, yeah, Sun Jian will turn his attention immediately to Jianye and see what the AI's got planned next. Bit of a movement from Zhang, but yeah, her forces are way over there, not causing problems for me at all. I trust Yan Shu not to attack me. That should be all okay. Right, pretty quiet. And with a bunch of farm upgrades finishing, marvellous. Food is back to +14. That'll do. Oh yes, speaking of money, we've got ourselves Sun Shao raised right now. Right, you guys aren't actually needed anymore. Though, as you're actually standing in friendly territory, I may as well show this off. Now I'm actually an emperor, I've got access to some lovely new troops. So yeah, the troops that actually exist as the default garrison in the actual Imperial seat, I can now trade them. They are really, really, really expensive. Arguably a bit too expensive to be worth it, but they are nice to have, because of course typically only champions have access to really effective anti-cavalry infantry. But as a result of having an Imperial seat, now literally anybody can train this lovely heavy glaive infantry that is effective against mounted. In fact, they're really, really damn good at this job. They do get charge reflection, and they've got spear wall as well, plus 1,900% charge resistance. Yeah, works pretty darn well. And equally ludicrously expensive, the Defenders of Earth, though I might just train 1 or 2 of these guys on occasion, because it's kind of hilarious to have a strength 1000 ranged explosion. But yeah, bear in mind, they don't get much ammo, the range is only 150, in plenty of ways they're not that great, but just having 1 of them mixed in just for the fun of it could be worthwhile. Now, Kong Rong keeps on just moving in this direction, and how soon could you actually make it over to... Aha! Next turn he can make it to that copper mine. Good, good, good. So Kong Rang's reign of terror continues, and Kong Rang, yeah, you need to actually get out of Liu Bei's territory right now, because he's not going to be thrilled about you being there. So, yeah, you just go into forced march mode. Get the hell out of Dodge. Marvellous. Thank you very much. And as I was saying about Sun Jian a minute ago before I got distracted, yeah, those guys can now stand down. With us no longer at war with Liu Bei, there's no point paying the money for these guys. It's also worth noting, yeah, with Yan Shu right flipping there, I might actually be able to, ooh, that's a thought. I could take some of this territory and then just basically sell it straight to Yan Shu. That's not bad at all. That could be some nice easy money. It screws up Sun Jian. It means I don't need to defend the territory. And it creates a somewhat friendly buffer state between me and Sun Jian so he can't strike back at me so easily. Ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, and here's something nice I hadn't realised. So inside my Imperial capital, if I actually improve the garrison now actually comes with even more protectors of heaven and defenders of earth. So actually, the garrison is going to be, wow, that's going to be seriously hardcore. I love it. Right, crack on in that case. Only question is, how long is it going to be till Sun Jian and, oh, hello, Zheng Jian making some excellent progress there. Marvellous, good to see her doing well. And in particular, good to see her doing well on the far side of China, far away from my borders. Now, following turn, lovely autumn day. Here we go, the copper mine. Looks completely undefended. I'm going to guess it's totally flipping underdeveloped, and thus, actually, I'll tell you what, that's got more garrison than I was expecting. So I'll fight that one just to avoid the casualties, but I don't think it should be a big deal. In particular, yeah, they've actually got literally no ranged units. Okay, so after 3 shots from the trebuchet, both towers are down because of the incredible accuracy of level 10 catapults, meaning the rest of the ammunition I could just use to pretty much destroy their entire garrison without ever stepping foot inside the settlement. Yeah, creative assembly, I love trebuchets, I love them more than life itself, but they desperately need a little bit of a nerf in terms of accuracy, maybe fire rate. They're just too damn good, especially once they get some experience up. And at this point, it's just non-stop withering fire with flaming arrows, even against basic G militia. Though the G are taking some damage, honestly, it barely even matters. These guys are just being routed over and over and over again. And there we go, nice and easy. Yeah, flaming attacks in general definitely need a bit of work on the old rebalance. Okay, territory falls to me, tiny bit of pocket change, nothing too much, but I want to loot and occupy this place, not just pass straight through, because of course, as I was saying, I can sell this place onto Yan Shu, but there's one more thing I need to do as well. You see, the biggest problem with this army has always been the fact it doesn't have decent spearmen in it because there's no champion. But as I was discussing just a second ago, we can now sort that out by swapping out these G militia for some very expensive but extremely effective protectors of heaven. And as for Kong Rong, go on then, medium bow infantry, just some basic medium archers. No. I think we can help ourselves to one single Defender of Earth, because it is a damn fun unit. That's some really expensive stuff right there, but screw it, it's gonna be worthwhile. And as for all this lovely money, I could really do with better visibility of Sun Jian, so I'm just gonna start sending literally anyone who's not doing anything else right now to just go and see if we can spy on Sun Jian. Just somebody, please infiltrate him. At least we've got good visibility of Jianye these days, because yeah, the administrator of their capital city works for me, so that's good news at least. For whatever reason, by the way, Lu Bu is just staying camped up here, close by to Gonsun Zan territory. Not sure why he's not heading home at this point. Like, you know, he's taking a bit of a pounding at the hands of Zheng Jian over on the far side of his empire, so yeah, at some point he's going to want to go home, because at this point, yeah, actually, Lu Bu's lost pretty much everything around here. These days it belongs to either Gongdu or Xinjiang. There's like nothing left belonging to him. He's actually down to not much territory at all. Speaking of which, is now the time for me and Lu Bu to part company, because I feel like he's outlived his usefulness in many ways. I'm about to commit an act of treachery that makes no difference to my level of trustworthiness. Does that mean if I just wait till next turn there'll be no untrustworthiness? Well, there isn't any untrustworthiness. You know what? I'm just going to do that next turn anyway. Gongsun Zan wants me to declare war on the Kingdom of Ba. I mean, honestly, there's no reason not to. We're going to go to war with them sooner or later. We're not trading with them. They're on the far side of the world. I see no reason why not, to be honest. It will make him like me a bit more. The only person that doesn't like it is the Kingdom of Bar. I don't really care about the Kingdom of Bar. Yes, I'm going to say that's a good thing I'm going to agree to. And there we go. Finally, we've got eyes on flipping Sun Jian. He is finally counterattacking. Though apparently the Kingdom of Bar is no longer an Imperial candidate. Hang on. What just happened? I see. Unsurprisingly, it's fallen to Sun Jian. So basically, if Sun Jian were able to actually take over that tiny Imperial seat up north, that'd be it. Game over. He's won. So even though it's a bit on the expensive and unnecessary side, yeah, this army is never flipping standing down just in case. In fact, you know what? I'm going to reinforce it. You can also have yourself some lovely protectors of heaven. Oh, but look at that garrison right there. That is a sexy garrison. Okay, with that garrison combined with this army, nothing's breaking into this city. No flipping chance. Also, did I see over here? Oh my goodness, I think the yellow turbans are about to knock over Langye. The only flipping rank 10 city in all of China, I believe. Marvellous. I tell you what, if they do, I'll send an army, recapture it, then sell it back to Liu Bei at an extremely inflated price. Now, this force that just showed up from the south, not really the angle I was expecting. Pretty basic stuff, to be honest. Can this salt mine maybe defend itself? With the advantage of the towers, possibly it can. But I do have reinforcements coming in, so you know what, you guys, into March mode, please. Yeah, that gets you across the river this turn, which is very important. So, you'll be able to go mop that up, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, the issue is, right now with no visibility at all, well, aside from a few spies just doing the rounds, I can't see where their major armies are. What I can see, however, is, yeah, they're desperately trying to protect their own capital. They've got an army just stationed there. Not a great army, but pretty significant. And, yeah, this seat down here falls to Sun Jian. Now, Lu Bu, can we finally do this? Yes, we can finally do this. So, me and Lu Bu are no longer tied together, meaning I can find some better friends. And as for my actual proper partner, yeah, if we could, I'd love to get Liu Bei back in an alliance with me, because it doesn't matter who attacks me at this point. If Yan Shu stabs me in the back, if Lu Bu decides to attack me, in terms of being able to offer assistance against Sun Jian, Liu Bei is in a good damn position. But then again, so is Yan Shu. Me and Yan Shu are in fact, yeah, pretty much tied together in some ways. So, he could make a good ally too. Right now, Liu Bei's not desperately up for it, but given a bit of time, maybe he'll come round to it. Then again, it's only minus 4.5 for recently broken deals. Yeah, he doesn't seem desperately keen. I'm too much of a threat. Now, Yan Shu is also not desperately keen, all things considered, but if I was to take enough territory, and oh, hang on, there is one bit of territory I would very happily be willing to give him. Lu Zhang, down here, does basically nothing for me. It's not particularly interesting at all. Here we go. Generates 300 income of profit and generates +5 food. I know I'm only on +3 right now. That's because it's winter. In spring, things will be better. So, I could just give away that entire province. Do that and Yan Shu's empire actually makes a lot more sense. Toss in a bit of territory over here. That's probably more than enough to get him on side. And he forms a very useful buffer state. The thing is, I don't need to be allied with Liu Bei in order to keep him sweet. Liu Bei is mostly trustworthy. I just acted in a slightly dickish way towards him, that's why he turned on me. But actually, if I can just get a non-aggression pact out of him, he should be entirely trustworthy. Ah yes, speaking of giving territory away, Zhenjiang, how about me and you have a nice chat about you naffing off and leaving me alone? Yeah, she's totally on the verge of it already. So, I'm very happy to give away this mine, because I only took it for the sake of giving it away to you. Marvellous, that's enough to get peace immediately. She definitely doesn't want a non-aggression pact though, because her entire thing is non-stop aggression. But, to be honest, I'm happy without. She's got plenty on her plate the other side of her empire. This is all absolutely fine. Yeah, propose the deal. She likes that. Who doesn't like that? Lu Bu hates that, but Lu Bu hated me already. And with that, the north is looking very peaceful diplomatically. The only red over there, yeah, that's Zhang Yan. But Gonsun Zan should be mopping that up momentarily. Also, speaking of Yan Shu, he's striking further and further south. He's now got, yeah, that iron mine and the rice paddy. So, he's got plenty of territory. He's actually seizing right here. This is looking good. Because if nothing else, he's going to be drawing a lot of fire on himself. Right, while Kongrang is close enough, yeah, that salt mine's about to be attacked. But I might well be able to defeat that half-strength army, yeah, just with the assistance of the towers. I think I've got a chance. If these guys were vanguards or whatever, I'd be worried. But two strategists, they're not going to be able to do much on the front lines. Ah, yes, and it's winter, meaning their progress up to the towers is going to be even slower than usual. Marvellous. Here we go. Nice simple formation here. They're all coming from one angle, so yeah, just guard this side entrance. The other entrance is a long way round here. They're unlikely to give it a go. Then we've just got ourselves, yeah, some light units right at the front, just guarding the initial breach, though. I'll move them just a little bit further forward if I can, just to make sure these guys don't end up, yeah, pushing past the towers. And, you're actually going to go for the tower. Oh, flip. Okay, you clever bastards. Right, I see what you're doing. And you also deciding to naff off over in this direction. Yes, it looks like you might be, actually. That's fine. I've got some cover over in this direction, too. Fortunately, despite the fact they're firing, yeah, they're not waiting for these towers to collapse. So, at the bare minimum, they are firing right now and doing a bit of light damage to the incoming forces. But it's not going to last. The towers are going down. Fine. This is all absolutely a-okay. These guys are pretty much designed to be taking the fire. And those are... Oh, you don't have any flipping shields, do you? No, you're not going to enjoy charging into arrow fire one little bit. And these guys... They could just about take it. They're not good against cavalry, but if these guys just basically blunt themselves against archers and prepared infantry, yeah, they're not going to stand up to much. And I've got the better infantry hiding behind them. These guys were the light ones. Now the charge has been blunted, yeah, the actual militia behind them could do a much better job. And we've got a lot of flippin' firepower raining down on these bastards. Love it. In fact, you know what? They're not coming that way. You guys, start coming out here. Maybe be ready to start getting behind them. And reinforcements start coming through here. This is actually looking a little bit less good than I was hoping for. Yeah, my infantry's struggling with the cav a bit. If I could just clear out the rest of the cavalry, we'd be good. And we're laying down a lot of flippin' fire. I've got all the reinforcements I've got. I shouldn't really have sent these guys around the back, by the way. I should have sent them to the front line because now... You guys, fall back, fall back, fall back. You guys, push forward, please. We just need to take out the cavalry. Once the cavalry's down, yeah, this fight's going to be such a long, grinding one. The archers should be able to do the work they need to do. Hopefully, anyway. You guys, keep moving, please. Keep moving. The one advantage we've got is we've got a lot of firepower raining down on these guys, and I think the cavalry's breaking. Yep, if the cavalry's broken, then actually, things looking pretty good, because we can actually rain down a lot more fire on them than they can on us. Okay, I was getting really worried there for a second, but I think we can hold. My flanking force is also moving into position to take on some archers, but yes, Saber Militia versus archers that are out of ammunition should be a nice, easy victory for us. So you guys just give them a bit of a stabbing. Yeah, they don't like this. This isn't really their job. Problem is, though, we're running out of ammo. We're actually getting really low. Okay, keep firing right at the centre. As much splash damage between units as we can, please. It's entirely down to whether these forces can hold or not. Right, anyone who's out of ammo, just charge forward. Just clog them up as best we can. The more units in there, the less units that are taking damage. The less units that are taking damage, the less likely they are to break because they're not going to suffer any significant shock. And they're sending in the flipping commanders, which I didn't think was going to be a problem, but it might be actually. Right, you guys, just go and hunt down the generals. Kill them if you can, please. Uh-oh, we might have a problem here, actually. Do I want to actually... let them come or not? Okay, you know what, you guys just, yeah, keep getting over here. Keep doing what you can, please. Just keep on firing. You guys probably draw up over, actually, you know what, not all of you. One of you go and hunt them down. You might be able to do something useful there. You guys just, yeah, back over there. Clog them up, please. Keep clogging them up. But yeah, my sabers are really struggling against basic bloody archers. Yeah, their strategists have just naffed off to go and capture the plaza, except... they've captured the plaza and now they're going beyond it. Don't know where the hell you're going precisely, but, okay. We'll chase you down, I guess, and this is not looking good. So the battle's just dragging on over there, but these guys have decided to naff off towards this gate and then just stand here. being vaguely menacing towards my peasants for some reason. This is right on a knife edge of the front door, but these archers might finally be about to break, and when they do, I can get a very, very slow in-the-snow charge at the rear of these guys, which might, just might, be enough to tip the main battle in my favour. There we go, those archers have broken and shattered. So now, let's just actually start hitting some of these guys right in the rear, please. Alright, in we come, guys. It's up to you. This needs to really count, by the way. Get in there, slam them. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. I want to say that's the stuff. How much damage have you done? 'Cause I think you've killed like 2 people, which is not much. Alright, pull the swordsman back out again and just have them slam into this line over and over and over again. Bloody hell. Let's speed this up because with the snow, this is taking a while. Oh no, they're actually trying to pursue. They're trying to... No, they're not. They've given up, in which case, okay, just let them get back into the battle. And now, hit these guys in the back. Marvellous. No idea what the bloody hell you're doing, but whatever. Okay, we've got warriors starting to run, but they're looking dicey too, but we're definitely looking worse. You know what, you guys? Stop chasing down their leaders. Oh, no. No! Oh, guys, I feel like we were so close, but they're just gonna have it. That was pretty much entirely decided by the fact that they had flaming archers, so as a result of that, my towers just couldn't do anything. You know what? That army's down to basically nothing. Kongrang can mop it up, no problem. Hang on a minute, that's cocking Lu Su! Sorry, I didn't recognise him because he's just using a generic portrait. Right, this guy's, like, really important, like, one of the most famous people to come out of the Southlands in Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Like, the rivalry between him and Zhu Yu is a really cocking big deal. You deserve your own portrait, my friend. And also better quality gear, you've received a raw deal from Flipping Creative Assembly. Right, Kong Rong, you're probably safe to start moving down towards the town. Can you make it there next turn? Not sure whether you can or not, so I'm just going to march you through here right now. Honestly, those Protectors of Heaven will probably be just fine. This is a tiny level 1 town, by the way. In fact, doesn't even have a garrison. It possibly doesn't have a garrison yet. Although I could most definitely do with, yeah, support from soldiers. Right, invoke the council. I need some new missions. Raise literally any force. Marvellous. That's very nice and easy. And very conveniently, 2 people want me to visit Donglai, and another one wants me to raise a force. So, I think we can kill 3 birds with 1 stone right here. Who's the cheapest person we've got to raise? Here we go, Jinshu. So you can be raised immediately. Marvellous. Now please step inside the city. Right, that's mission number 2 done. Next turn, just nip round the corner to the farmlands and that'll be mission number 3. Yeah, possibly the Invoke Council missions could be a little bit more difficult on occasion. Also, thanks to my spies just doing the rounds, I now know that Liu Bei is just here. So that's surprising. Are you still at war with these guys from the time you were a vassal of mine? He is as well. Bloody hell, Liu Bei, are you making a run for an Imperial seat right now? I mean, you know what, if he is, I'm not even mad. That's ballsy as hell. Well done. Plus, Liu Bei causing the Southlands huge amounts of trouble with a tiny, massively outnumbered force. That's just quite frankly canon. So I'm totally down with this. Like, there's a giant chunk of the middle of Romance of the Three Kingdoms all about Liu Bei being a thorn in the side of the Southlands. So this is just perfect. And over to the reform tree. As much as I would like more money, yeah, right now the problem is food. So, need to very quickly invest in some food production stuff. And, hang on. Yeah, 25% food production up across the board. And level 5 boost food production. That's the thing right there. You know what? I'll just take it, because apparently I can just take that one right now. So, that was necessary. And also start spending, like, all the money in the world on that literally everywhere. Ah, problem. Only level 7 cities are allowed to have that. But if I actually upgrade it to a level 7 city, then the amount of food it will take to maintain the city might be more than a level 5 oh dear. Okay, in some places at least, we can make this work. So over at Donglai, which is already level 7, because I had to make it that big just to get a happiness building down. Yeah, we can make that happen. Just construct it right now. There we... What the bloody hell just happened to the food? Well, it is spring, I suppose. Right, okay, that's a surprise. Okay, so Yi is only level 6 right now, so... It's only 1 step up. Hang on. So right now that needs... How much food do you need at this exact moment in time? -10 up to -16. Okay, so that's a loss of 6. but this would get me an increase of... That wouldn't be worth it. This place is already losing 10 food to go. That's because I'm not taxing it! Why are we not taxing that place? Bloody hell, how many other settlements am I not taxing? Okay, so that's where all the food was. You know what? One place that does deserve it is going to be Chen. So, get Chen upgraded as fast as possible, please. In fact, I want to just pay for it. Screw it, pay for it, and then we'll start paying for it again next turn. That's all absolutely fine, because that place has actually got 2 farms. So, that's definitely worth doing. And the former Kingdom of Bar that is no longer the Kingdom of Bar desperately wants some peace. But if I accept that... Yeah, Sun Jian's not going to be happy. Sorry, but we're not actually having any peace whatsoever, because I need to keep Sun Jian peaceful for the time being. Alright, it's spring and Kongrang is now in position. The problem is, where is Lu Su? Lu Su has naffed off somewhere, so, you know what, I think we can just walk straight in, that's not a problem. Walk straight in, because yeah, I would like to make some money out of this place, so... Okay, that's all fine. And hello, someone leveled up from that, is it? Oh, it's Jianye, the Queen of Shanking. And it's an important level too, because this is precision, meaning we're just one step away from composure. Sadly, Lu Su will be getting away at this point. Bit of a shame. Though actually, I'm sitting on a giant pile of money right now. Right, you guys, both upgrade yourselves. No, you can't, because one building at a time, John, you know this. But then again, screw it, spend money. Right, every building at a time, I'm just going to throw money at it. Marvellous. Still, Kongrang gets a nice easy in over here. In fact, yeah, there is literally no garrison. The town's too damn small. So, just move in. There we go. That belongs to me right now. And I'd say it's probably time to make my move with Yan Shu. Because if I just give him enough stuff, he's going to flippin' love me. And as he's actually invading Sun Jian anyway, yeah, this could be very useful, and you are completely doing it, aren't you? And he can probably take it. Right, Yan Shu, let's me and you have a nice chat here about how we're going to actually become best friends. And uh-oh. Right. Because he actually doesn't like me right now, he's not keen on this. I need to find a way to cheer him up. You know what? I'm just going to give him that tiny town right now. I don't really need it for anything, though. Hang on. I could do it... I could do that next turn, so I've got an extra turn of my troops recovering. Yeah, right now the Protectors of Heaven are actually healing at a decent rate. We'll do this very, very soon indeed. What else could I do? Maybe I could just, like, give him a present. I'm just going to give him a trader for free. Alright, just as a nice little sign of goodwill. Ah, sadly I've been a bit slow with Liu Bei. He's now in a coalition with Gonsun Du, who... I wouldn't say he hates me, but he's definitely a bit on the unfriendly side, yes. Which, quite frankly, I think is unreasonable. I've just given that man a giant pile of territory. Maybe I don't need friends. Maybe I'm perfectly capable of doing all of this on my own, and screw friends and allies, they just mess you up anyway. Right, time to see if Liu Bei's about to be the most ridiculously awesome badass hero in the history of the world ever. Because I can't help but think that's precisely where he's going. Sadly, I've lost sight of him. And Lu Su is fleeing back down to the south, understandably. I should probably go and hunt him down. Yan Shu himself is actually heading down south, including, wow, okay, 2 big armies heading in that direction. He is really determined to wage that war on Sun Jian, and I agree. Sun Jian appears to be vulnerable. He doesn't have that many armies for having an absolutely flipping giant amount of territory. It's so underdeveloped, he just doesn't have the economy, and Liu Bei has basically not moved. Interesting. And Liu Zhang has also signed a peace treaty with Liu Bei over on the far side of the empire, which is very appropriate. Those two are actually at war, because yeah, another big part of Romance of the Three Kingdoms is Liu Bei gets stuck in an extended campaign, trying or maybe not trying, or sometimes trying and then ultimately deciding whether or not to invade and take over Liu Zhang's territory. So it's kind of cool they've ended up as neighbours, waging war on and off. Ooh, and this is good. Tian Yu's become honest, and when I say that's good, as long as nobody hates honesty. No one hates honesty, right? No, they still love each other, and that's great, because honest is a brilliant trait. Look at that. +6 resolve, +2 authority, and corruption down across the empire if you're in a position of authority. Nice bit of extra health. Very useful for a vanguard. Oh, and even better, Kongrang can now just roll straight up to the next town, just getting there in a single turn. And once again, we could just walk straight in. Right. This is very fascinating indeed. Where the hell are your actual, you know, flippin' armies? Ooh, and a very nice retinue shown up here. Bodyguard, +4 resolve, +4 instinct, +10 to melee evasion and retinue. That's really nice. Yeah, right now Tianyu's got this military instructor. He'd be better off with that bodyguard. That's way better. Right, Kongrang's back at full strength, so you just start pursuing south. Let's go and actually capture Lu Su. See if we can just knock him down nice and quickly. And as I'm now sitting on a giant pile of money and also 64 food, oh, go on then. Taishan, congratulations, you're going to be a level 10 city. When I say you're going to be a level 10 city, you're going to be a level 10 city right the flip now. Love it. And that's super worth it, because at that stage you get yourself, yeah, a massive increase in commerce. So at this point, commerce is up to, yes, plus 830%. That's pretty damn good. Oh, flip, there's more here as well. Liu Bei's bringing in reinforcements. There's another full stack army. Right, this is a proper full-on invasion. Okay, I need Yanshu to cheer up very quickly just to make sure he doesn't backstab me. So, I'm just going to start giving him bits of land I don't actually want. There we go. A town that generates minus 10 gold, but a bit of extra corruption for me. Yeah, I think you can just have that one, actually. That's a freebie, just a gift from me to you. By the way, you can also have that copper mine. That's basically making no money whatsoever. Congratulations, it's part of territory you now own the central town of, so this seems perfectly fair and reasonable. And there we go. He should now be into the positive with me. Okay, now that's all good stuff right there. More and more territory belonging to Yanshu is absolutely fine. He makes a very good buffer state. I can just go through this territory, taking land, giving it to him until he loves me, and then take even more land and sell it for an alliance. But now I'm just flipping terrified as to what the hell Liu Bei and his 2 full stack armies are planning to do next, because for the time being, they're not really moving. Oh, that was a big army of Sun Jian right there. Right, he's very determined to protect his Imperial seat. Understandably, and that is... Hang on, that was Yanshu. Okay, there's a lot of armies very close by to that seat right now. I am not the only person going for it. And by the way, flipping Zhang Yan is back. Except, hang on, what did I just see over there? Hang the flip on here. Hang the flip on. So it turns out Zheng Zhang's been a bit on the busy side. She's just eaten a giant pile of territory that used to belong to Lu Bu. Okay, that's maybe a little bit on the worrying side, actually. That's not great. She might be getting a bit too powerful. Still, Lu Bu's got a decent enough army guarding that trade port right there. She's going to struggle to break through him personally. I'm guessing he recalled himself and then re-raised himself at the trade port. So yeah, they're just remustering at the minute. So that's a good thing to do. Now, what else have we actually got here? Oh, bloody hell. Right, Kingdom of Wu and Jiang Yan. So that's just annoying. Oh, dear. Right, so there's a lot of stuff going on all of a sudden. Lots of people... Okay, why is all this stuff happening? Okay, the bare minimum. We know there's someone around here. This is why I kept Sima Yi out on the field around here. I saw an army in this part of the world. It's probably trying to ambush or hiding in a forest or something. Just leave Sima Yi on the farm right there. That should be fine. No one's breaking into any of these territories in one turn now. There we go. Big army of Sun Jian on the move. Not terrifying, but it's there. There's also... That's actually just Han Empire. Looks like it's heading towards Yanshu's territory. Not mine, though. Hang on. Who are you? That's... Right, that is Yanshu. That's fine. He's just moving to take possession of the cities I actually gave him. That's not a problem. Speaking of which, Kong Rong, yeah, now your actual proper heavy glaives are ready to go. It's time to be heading west. And on top of that, I think it might be time to try and lock down the alliance. Because, yeah, he's now into neutral. Meaning, hopefully, it's going to be cheaper to arrange... Yes, much cheaper. Now let's me and you have a nice chat about me basically just giving you territory that's not doing me much good. Here we go. This little bit of land down here I've just taken, because it belongs to the rice paddies that Yanshu already has, together with this entire flipping province. And you would consider that a fair deal for an alliance. And quite frankly, I'm willing to do that because that territory does me no good whatsoever. I'm happy to run a small and more efficient empire. It gets this guy on side. I gain visibility of all his territory. He becomes a nice buffer state between me and Sun Jian. Aside from this bit over here, which I can very easily protect because Jianye is very, very well garrisoned. And there we go. Big old pile of territory has now been handed over. And over time, we're going to trend towards plus 45 with him. Marvellous. And as for Liu Bei, honestly, we don't really need anything more than a non-aggression pact, but I'll gladly give him military access, just because, yeah, he needs to march from one side of his empire to the other. There we go. 650 gold a turn for 10 turns, one mediocre horse. That will do very, very nicely indeed. And now, me and Liu Bei should be absolutely fine. He is trustworthy enough that I'm confident he won't betray me, as long as I'm not actively, like, you know, enslaving him. That was probably my mistake last time. The other nice thing about this, by the way, is Yanshu now appears to be, yes, quite formidable in the face of Sun Jian. In fact, given Sun Jian's territory is so underdeveloped, and Yanshu's core territory is so well developed, yeah, at this point Yanshu should be able to easily take him. But this just opens up so much useful visibility for me. It's just very, very useful indeed just on intelligence grounds. Right, Kongrang, just walk into this little town purely for the sake of, yeah, figuring out what's going on. And by the way, if you loot and occupy, this is level 1. Does this become... No, it can't become a level 0. It's stuck to level 1, but that does let us see where these bastards are. Oh, never mind, it has updated to a level 0. It just took a second to come through. Oh, marvellous. I now own a literally deserted territory. And when we say deserted, 121,000 people live here. But maybe that means the entire wider area. The city itself is actually deserted, but like there's a bunch of farmers and whatever. That still seems very high for a totally deserted area. Ah, wait, hang on. 121,000 out of 0. So the capacity for people living here is 0, but 121,000 do anyway. I've just created over 100,000 refugees. Right, I'm a monster. Also, this is fun. Sun Jian's actually losing territory to Yellow Turbans. Oh, Sun Jian is collapsing. This is lovely. Right, lots of balls in the air right now. Liu Bei is... Hang on, he's... Okay, I think he's holding mostly still. Zhang Yan is just moving in a slightly subtle fashion in that direction. And even more over there too. Zhang Jian has done such good work, by the way. I'm a bit worried by the fact she's now very close to my borders, but I'm confident that Sima Yi can keep her out. And tragically, Sai Mao got brought into a coalition with the Kingdom of Wu, and now Sai Mao is at war with me. Which is a shame because I was actually trading with him, so that's a bit of a hit to the economy. But honestly, money's under control. And sadly, Yanshu's not really interested in taking that territory because he only just made peace with Sai Mao. So as a result of that, yeah, he's not interested in getting involved. Okay, I might just go and take that territory for myself, then just hand it straight over to Yanshu. Because I like giving things to Yanshu. It's Christmas every day when you're allied with me. Now, sadly, my spies have moved on, so wherever Liu Bei is, I've lost sight of him. But may as well just keep Kongrong moving forward here. Just keep him moving in that direction. Bare minimum, yeah, that tea house could be an excellent launching off point for an assault on Lingling itself. Because you know what? Who doesn't enjoy a lovely cup of tea before battle? Now, do I actually want Sima Yi to expose himself here? No, as it's winter, stay where you are for the time being. They're hiding somewhere around here, but if they want to go and attack that farm, they're welcome to try. Because at that point, they'll just be trapped and Sima Yi can absolutely flipping exterminate them. Well, Kongrang may as well keep heading south. Sooner or later, we're going to figure out where Lu Su got himself to, alright? We're going to find the bastards. Oh, and this is excellently good news. I'm really surprised Lu Bu is so willing to give me a non-aggression pact, but though he's completely not trustworthy, I'd rather have it than not. Bit on the expensive side, 2 bits of trash and 1 decent weapon I picked up after a battle, together with 1,000 gold for 10 turns, but I'd rather have it than not. Also, oh flip, it happened. Liu Bei has managed to lose his level 10 capital to the Yellow Turbans. Well, you know what, Liu Bei, my friend? I think I can sort that out for ya. Oh, I say that. That's actually a decent-sized army right there. Okay, that's a bit more than I was expecting. Alright, so I do need to send a proper army to take care of that. Well, I do actually have Jin Shu up here. He's hardly spectacular, but he'll do the job. Hang on, who else do we have? I've got plenty of money. We can run some extra stuff here. Oh, Yin Li. Yin flipping Li. Yes, he's ready to go right now, and he flipping loves Jin Shu. And Ji Mao too, who's got himself... That's a weird retinue. I'm guessing I inherited you from somewhere. I can't even remember where you came from. But no, we're swapping that out for some better stuff. Like, you know, archers, because you're a strategist. Right, that's one hell of a weird army, but it'll probably do the job, because Yellow Turbans tend to be fairly basic peasant stuff. Yeah, look at that. Peasant warriors, peasant spearmen. A basic militia army should easily be able to just walk up to that and slaughter it. So if we can, we'll take the territory and then sell it straight back to Liu Bei. Right, time to see if Sun Jian is coming out to meet me or if Liu Bei's got... Ooh, I've lost visibility. My spies moved on. Right, so... is that the same army? I don't know. I think that might be a different army. And there we go. There's that army I've been keeping an eye on for some time. So, need to go and clear you out. And peace is breaking out here. Yan Shu making peace with Zheng Zhang, Lu Bu with Gong Du, and oh dear, my spy has been a little bit on the executed side. So as it turns out, poor Ma Yu has been discovered. Oh, and good news over here. Check out Gon Sun Zan. His army has successfully taken that lumberyard, meaning Jianye has basically now nothing left in the world. There's his capital right there. Then he's got himself, yeah, tiny bit of farmland just totally isolated in a mountain right there. Zheng Zhan has... Have you moved your capital? I think you might have done. Well done. But yeah, by the way, war coordination, go and knock the flip out of his capital, please. Alright, Kong Rong. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. What's going on in that tea house right now? And the answer is... literally nothing. Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind having that. And when I say I wouldn't mind having that, apparently it is out of range. Right, okay. I'm not sure why you failed to move particularly far. That's a really tiny tea house, by the way. That's a really tiny hut. Meanwhile, Kong Rang just continues his rampage. Bloody hell, there's nothing here. Yeah, delegate. Get in there. Take that rice paddy. Giant pile of food. Love it. Oh, I love the map around here. That's beautiful. I mean, it's a gorgeous map in general, but yeah, the rice paddies in particular, those are really nice. Right, into the reform tree, and I could have 25% food from farming. Now, I've got a lot of really good farms in my territory, and I assume that's base farming, so that increase would be multiplied by all the buildings I've already invested in. That'd be nice. That'd certainly be very nice indeed. And as much as I would love to take economic stimulation for the sake of, oh, all the level 5 buildings, and level 5 salt mining towns, oh, that'd be lovely. No. Hold firm, take the sensible building. Even though it's not worth that much right now, end of the day, we need to move down here so I can actually get level 5 farm settlements out. Still, we do finally have sight of that little army that's been keeping me guessing this whole time. So... do I actually have... No, I've not got reinforcements from the town. Sadly, they're just out of range. But we should be able to absolutely slaughter these guys. Now, the problem we've got here is Sima Yi's army, though it's pretty elite, is inexperienced. These are level 1 trebuchets. So, yeah. The problem is we might slightly struggle to actually hit those towers. Okay, one good strike there. Change target to tower number 2, please. There we go. Big old amount of fire damage. You gotta love how fire spreads in this game. So it's just gonna go along this wall, knocking down his defences. Marvellous. Right, with no actual coverage from the towers, at this point we can start moving crossbows forward. And as for Gan Yan, obviously she's always looking for someone to murder. Now, out of range, where is he, where is he, where is he? You must be coming into range soon. There we go. Let's me and you have a lovely fight, because I didn't even bother checking him out, by the way. No, basic stuff. Basic stuff. So he's going to be absolutely flipping screwed. I believe in you, Gan Yan. You're going to flip and slaughter the bastard. And as time goes on, yep, she's already into phase 2, just because the amount of time it takes her to get off the horse, run over to him, he's already moving forward. So, Tenacity of Steel is just counting up. So, already, phase 3, plus 23% to base and armor piercing. She's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's marvellous. And just look at that fire spreading. The entire camp is now just on fire. Oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, this gap here will stop it spreading any further. But at this point, there basically is no camp anymore. This here is just an open battlefield. And Gan Yan is up to level 5 of Tenacity of Steel. She is doing very, very well indeed. Absolutely marvellous. Everyone's starting to fall apart. She should be finishing this guy off in no time at all. Admittedly, he's done better than I thought he was going to do. I'm guessing he's actually got himself... No, he's got Rampart of Earth. So, hang on, you must be ready to kill him anytime. Yeah, you know what? Anytime you're ready, just get in there and... let's see if he's going to actually get horribly... Ooh, he got himself a bit stabbed there. But nothing was actually cut off, so we might be getting up again later. And Gan Yan emerged victorious and then immediately broke because she came under fire. Absolutely spectacular. Well done, Gan Yan. Okay, can't help but notice that the enemy's still got itself a decent number of archers back there, so I've put on my frontliners into shield wall and we're just going to slowly push forward because, yeah, the arrows should do basically nothing to them. And yeah, here we go. They're trying to actually hit my shield wall, but while it's doing a tiny amount of damage, just look at the number of corpses at the back there. Basically, we're just eating ammunition, and it's wonderful. And while all those archers are actually busy shooting at a shield wall they're never going to get through, yeah, let's actually just get up some cavalry and start slamming into them, seeing what we can do. But honestly, they're running out of ammunition already. They've got flipping nothing. Oh, are you guys coming out to meet me? Yeah, they're going to come out to meet me, but against a prepared shield wall, yeah, that's not going to do much at all, actually. They're just going to get themselves absolutely slaughtered. And cavalry coming in, just slamming into the Saber Militia. They don't like that one bit. They hate flippin' fighting cavalry. These guys are at the point of breaking. You guys are about to fall apart too. Maybe pull you back a bit. I'd rather you got a charge against those Saber Militia if at all possible. These guys are falling apart. Pull back, pull back, pull back. There's flippin' G right there. You guys, forward, 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 please. You know what? Everybody break formation. Let's just get in there and finish them off. I think we've pretty much got this at this point. Oh, there's very little left these days, but I think this is going to be the final charge. That's going to see off those Saber Militia right there. They're going to be naffing off momentarily. It looks to be like everything is starting to fall apart. Yep, that's got to be the victory right there. Beautiful. I just love fire in this game. The fact that you can literally burn down half a fort just by fire organically spreading. It's gorgeous. Right, handful of money, got myself an ancillary too, nothing too important. And one slightly unusual strategist. Brave, kind-hearted and solitary. Honestly, you're fine, but you can just go. Maybe we'll run into you again later. And you as well, you'd actually get me, hang on, what is that? A basic clay warrior. No, you could go home too. And I'll just take the replenishment there just to make sure Sima Yi's fine in case anything else follows up. And looks like we're okay, actually. Could you... You could go and follow up right now. Yes, now go and follow up. Marvellous. You know what? I'm pretty happy to delegate that one. So we're probably about to run into you again, by the way. But this time you're probably going to agree to work for me because I let you go last time. So, no, sorry, everybody died. Now, there is another boat down there, but that's absolutely nothing. Don't need to worry about that. Good work, Sima Yi. I think you've done your job pretty well there. Right, moving on. What have we got here? That's Sun Jian himself. I just saw him down south. That is Sun Jian himself. That was his portrait. Right, his personal army is nearby. Oh, never mind. Liu Bei has signed a peace treaty with the Kingdom of Wu. I'm genuinely surprised. Liu Bei was right at the point of being able to take an Imperial seat. Alright then, fine. Ah, he was running out of supplies and suffering attrition. Right, that might have forced his hand. Still, Kongrong can at least have that tea house. Yes, we'll be having that tea house right there. Also, apparently we've recruited a local hero, but as there was no battle, I can only assume we've determined he's a hero because he makes a really damn good cup of tea. Zhang Ji, militant, cunning instinct and authority up, not too bad at all. Instinct is fine for a level 1 character. Honestly, you're kind of unremarkable, so have fun elsewhere. Also, Jianye really enjoying that cup of tea. He's just become creative. In fact, you've picked up a bunch of good traits. You're now honest and creative, which is really cool. In fact, next time there's a slot available, I might well make you Prime Minister, because -5 corruption faction-wide and -5 construction cost faction-wide, that's good stuff. As well as +5 satisfaction faction-wide. Okay, you are really damn good now, Jianye. Still, it feels like we're coming upon the moment of truth here. Sun Jian's army is right there, close by to Ling Ling, ready to defend it. And his son and faction heir, Sun Si, who has lived a lot longer than he was supposed to in real history, as in fact has Sun Jian. They're both supposed to be dead by now, but screw it, they're both doing well. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a difficult one because he's a special legendary, so he is hardcore. That is one hell of a hardcore vanguard right there. He's got more instinct than Jianye does by a long way. And Sun Jian himself, I did not actually realise was a sentinel. I thought he was a vanguard too, but apparently, from the purple colour, he's a sentinel. And you know what we say about sentinels? Sentinels are always tougher than you think they should be. Never assume you're going to beat a sentinel because sentinels are madness. Oh, and he's also got a special magic ancient silver sword, which probably shouldn't be particularly effective because silver's a very soft metal, but screw it, I'm guessing it's actually really good, and yeah, it looks pretty damn good, actually. Hang on, he's got Flames of the Phoenix. If he's got Flames of the Phoenix, then he definitely actually is a vanguard, so... Game, are you feeling okay? Because you've colour-coded him in purple. Well, what have you, we'll learn the truth soon enough. Sun Jian's army, right there, together with his son. Kongrang with his closest friends right here enjoying a nice cup of tea, ready to move on the city of Ling Ling, and it's pretty damn hardcore garrison, because bear in mind, he's got all of the defenders and protectors of heaven and earth too, so yeah, that's going to be a nasty garrison. If he just squats outside that city, that's going to be pretty damn hard to crack. In fact, we might need to actually bring Kongrang over to assist. We could potentially do with 2 armies there. That might be useful. Also, I figured out why that tea house is so tiny. It's because there's no actual tea house there right now. It's just like a basic tea plantation. Hang on, let's make that a bit better actually. Yeah, I've got plenty of money right now. How about we just make this... There we go, marvellous. Now we've got a proper level 3 tea house, lovely. Much flipping better, that's a tea house worth guarding, and there it is, it springs into existence, marvellous. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is looking good, right here. Sun Jian might be about to effectively knock Jianye out of the game, that'd be just brilliant. One final bit of territory needs to go down there, and that's it, he's taken care of. Free bit of land for me to grab round here, sell back to Liu Bei. And at this point, Sun Jian appears to be, well, I wouldn't say collapsing, but his empire is certainly starting to fragment. And my brand new friend, Yan Shu, I think I have picked well. And when I say I think I've picked well, about half his empire he possesses because I either gave or sold it to him. So Yan Shu is going to be a glorious empire, even if I have to drag him to it, kicking and screaming. And next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's the beginning of the end. The grand showdown between Kongrang and Sun Jian. The 2 men are going to meet in battle with their greatest generals, Sun Si, Tian Yu, and of course, Cheng Pu himself, who I believe is oath-sworn to Sun Jian. So he's going to be taking on his former boss and beloved brother. So we are going to see how all of that plays out very, very soon indeed, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. It's been many a true nerd. And this has been Total War 3 Kingdoms. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!